So I have a question. As you're learning how to produce, it seems like a lot of the things that you've done have led to producing. Did you find producing was relatively easy or easier than it would have been because you had a background of really producing your own work going all the way back to the cardboard cutouts?
Yeah, I think for me, producing is just you have these people, you have these resources, and then you have this time. So you want to
Mhm.
maximize all of those, in the time frame that you got.
Right.
So that's to me, that's producing in a nutshell. You just
Mhm.
want to try to keep everyone happy. You want to get high performance out of everyone, and just you want to make sure that everyone's safe. So that's really how I approach producing, and that's been pretty successful so far. I continue to use the same model, even even from the days I didn't even know anything.
So we're going back to you scaring everybody away. You're getting on Google to learn how to produce. How did your producing evolve over this time?
Um, Really interesting because first didn't know what I was doing, and we'd show up and uh, over time we got to go to more complex settings, and
Mhm.
sometimes it wasn't always roses. I remember we needed a college to film at.
Mhm.
I remember the executive director said, Jayson, we need a college to film at. We are running low on money. What can you do? So I said, let's go to Cal Berkeley. That's an iconic college. And they said, whoa, 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 how are you going to do that? And I said, well, we're going to have everyone wear Cal Berkeley shirts and we're going to act like we're students. Um, and so that's what we did until the security showed up.
So y'all
And
were guerrilla style filming.
yeah, we're guerrilla style filming on Cal Berkeley, and it was working perfect until the security started to notice some things. Like some of our crew members were 50 years old. And they're like, "That sounds like a student."
Now, there are boomers that do go back to school, but it is a little unusual. Yes.
Yeah, it kind of because like in Chicago, you can do things and you can kind of get away with it because no one's really paying attention. And that's
Mhm.
kind of what my thought process was. Nobody really pays attention to anyone until they do. But
Mhm.
in this case, the security, they're riding around on a golf cart. They passed again. And then they said, wait a minute, this doesn't pass the smell test.
Mhm.
What are all of these kids wearing the same exact Cal Berkeley shirts doing in this small quarter? They haven't moved for a certain amount of time. And some of these guys are 50 years old. So
Right.
then they stopped and they
Mhm.
said, who's in charge here? And they all pointed at me. And then they said, uh, Jayson is.
Mhm.
And this is where the black man instinct totally came out in front of me. I said, oh shit, I'm in trouble now. So my instinct was I took off running.
Well, okay, you're the producer. You're guerrilla style filming. Security comes, you take off.
I took off
Okay.
running, yeah. And if you're I don't know if you're familiar with Cal Berkeley, but it's real near the city of Berkeley. So
Okay.
right across the street is, Berkeley proper. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to jail, because that's, it's just like, black man ain't supposed to be doing this.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna run, I'm gonna disappear into city, Berkeley, and
Okay.
then, maybe they're gonna be so wound up chasing me that they can finish filming. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
But okay, so were you guys able to use that footage because you have Berkeley's aren't there some copyright issues with that? Or am I mistaken? Because I don't really know the film industry like that.
Um, I think they were able to use all the footage
Okay.
because they called me like an hour later and they said, "Yo, you have to come back." And I said, "I'm not coming back if I get arrested." And they were like, "No, no, no. we talked to them. It's cool. You know, we pulled a fast one on them, and
Okay.
they're just willing to just say, okay, you got
Mm,
away with it, but they want to make sure that, everything's copacetic. So then,
okay.
I came back and said, hey, I'm sorry, but it's just, we're just trying to make something out of nothing, a dollar out of 15 cents.
Right.
And they let us go, but we, under the stipulation that we can never come back and do that again.
I can understand that. So if you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notification button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.